A week on from Formula One's blast around the sand dunes in Zandvoort, we move over to round 16 of the season, back to the home of the Tifosi. It's the Italian Grand Prix here at Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. It's round 16 of the season then. Max Verstappen not winning a race then in over 2 months. By the time Sunday rolls around, it will be September. But can he get his first win in 5 races? That's going to be the question. After that, we move over to middle of September. We will go to Azerbaijan, back-to-back with Singapore. October then goes in with a month break before we head to the United States Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas. Mexico follows after, then a week later we go to November with Brazil. A little bit of a gap before back stateside to the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And then November takes us into December with Qatar, and the season rounds out on the 8th of December in Abu Dhabi. Max Verstappen leads the title, 295 points, but Lando Norris is closing him in, 225 points to him. Charles Leclerc is now in a battle with Oscar Piastri, 192 to 179. They're followed closely by Carlos Sainz. Lewis Hamilton with 2 victories and 4 points last time out has now put him in 6th place. Sergio Perez is just holding off George Russell over 7th and 8th. Fernando Alonso, Lance Stroll and Nico Hülkenberg appear at the first page, closely in a battle, just 2 points separating them. On the second page, Yuki Tsunoda has 22 points. He's 10 clear to Daniel Ricciardo. Pierre Gasly now finally ahead of Oliver Bearman after getting 2 points last time out at Zandvoort. But then it's Magnussen ahead of Ocon, level on points. Albon a point behind them. Zhou, no points for him so far, neither for Bottas. Sargent is out, replaced by Franco Colapinto. In the Constructors' Championship, it's hotting up. Just 30 points between Red Bull and McLaren at the front, 434 to 404. Ferrari are on their own, no one else around them. Then we get Mercedes in 4th position. Then over 201 points back, we actually go to Aston Martin in 5th, who are well clear. But it's a battle for 6th, that's interesting. RB, Haas closing in on each other. Alpine getting their act together. Williams now with a new driver line to see how they're going to go in the last 9 races. And Kick Sauber still with no points on the board. Let's take a look at the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza here at the Royal Park in Italy. It's been on the calendar since 1950, a fan, driver and just about everyone's favourite, the Temple of Speed. Get a good exit out of the last corner and fire down towards the line. DRS open, 8th gear maximum. It's a long run down to turn 1 at the Rettifilio. Make sure that the car is perfectly balanced before you slam on the brakes at around about 70 metres. Into the right, left Rettifilio. Back on the power from 1st gear very gingerly as you head down, round the Curve de Grande. A long sweeping right-hander, ever building up the speed into 8th gear. Flat out maximum. Another heavy braking zone into the second chicane, the Dalla Roggia chicane. Braking 100 metres, flip the car left, right, back over the bump. Don't put a wheel on the gravel as you head down. Slightly banked is the right-hander Lesmo 1. It sort of feeds you in 5th gear, rising up towards Lesmo 2. A lot tighter, right-hander as well, downhill section of the track as you cut now with the second DRS zone. Maximum 8th gear, down underneath the old banking section as you head towards the Ascari chicane. Quick flick to the left, down from 8th gear all the way to 5th. Carry a lot of speed in, the traction will carry you flat out as you head down after Ascari towards the Parabolica. No DRS in this section as well. If you want to overtake, you have to use your ERS battery deployment. Flick the car in then as well, light down with the brakes down to 5th gear into the Parabolica. Carry up the speed, use as much exit as you're allowed as you hurtle down across the line to complete the lap. It's a short track, but it's a fan favourite. That is a lap of Monza. It's qualifying time for one of the most eventful races on the calendar. Welcome to the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza for round 16 of Formula 1 in 2024. It's the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. Well, look who's turned up for one session this weekend as well. I didn't even know he was going to be here, apart from the Indy cars and the NASCAR tomorrow. JT's, hello Josh, you're here apparently for this. IndyCar, and then IndyCar again, and NASCAR. So, yay, we get you for quali.
Yeah, this is how much, this shows how much you pay attention to the commentators chart, Josh.
Proves how much you'd pay attention to it. I was only completed it.
True. But then again, I thought a message that you sent.
Yeah, I thought it was already done as well. When I looked at it, I was like, what? Didn't take long. Oh, good.
Anyway, we are here and it's time for qualifying. And this is how much I've been focused on Mexico City and NASCAR. Is that at the start, for some reason, when you said Autodromo, I thought you were going to finish it off with Hermanos Rodriguez. That is how much I've been focused on NASCAR this past week.
I know, NASCAR, we'll get on to that tomorrow, obviously, but NASCAR has announced the race in Mexico City, and it's going to be on the same weekend.
That's going to be
as
fun.
Le Mans. Oh, God. I'm not looking forward to this weekend. Okay, I want to get your thoughts, though, JT, quickly. Andrea Kimi Antonelli, what are your thoughts on yesterday and his announcement that he's been signed for next year?
45G is what I've heard. That's a lot. That is a massive crash, and well, that adds another contender of who was driving the safety car on Thursday.
Yeah, when Burt Reynolds smashed it. Gosh, you missed everything. Hello.
Kimi, I think, could it be too soon? Yes, but we'll get back to that probably in between the breaks, because it's time for the build-up.
Yes, we're getting all set, ready to go. Monza and qualifying have often had very interesting preludes around it as well. No one exactly knows what could happen. We've had Lance Stroll and a Williams line up on the front row of the grid here before. We've had Sebastian Vettel and a Toro Rosso take pole position here before. Monza is speed, and whoever's the fastest tends to get pole position. We're going to see what is going to happen. Here it comes then. It's the first part of qualifying for the 2024 Italian Grand Prix. Down in the pit lane will be Jess Ball and Omi as well. Up in the commentary box is Josh T alongside myself, Josh Birch, and Megan Birch making her appearance as well. Who's going to be on pole? Who's going to be some surprising exits? Can the Tifosi get their home heroes on pole? It's time to begin. Here it is then, the Italian Grand Prix, first part of qualifying for Monza. Qualifying gets underway here for the Formula 1 Pirelli Gran Premio d'Italia. It's round 16 of FIA Formula 1's 2024 campaign. Monza, the home of the Tifosi, the home of the Italian Grand Prix. Hosted a race every single year since 1950, bar one in 1980 when the circuit was modified after the death of the 1979 season as well. So, here we have it. 3 straights, flat out, 3 sectors, which is located by 3 different chicanes. 2 DRS zones only, though. Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2 provide the only right turns as well that lead us back towards the start-finish straight. Lines will fly forever down the amazing Royal Park areas. C5 soft, C4 medium, C3 is the hard compound tyre getting ready to go. We're going to mainly see the softs and the mediums across these 2 sessions. Atmosphere is building, tension is building as well. We welcome you up to the commentary box here as well. Megan's on her way in as well. Josh T's here. Just Ball is down in the pit lane. Over on Sky Sports F1 though, it's Martin Bundle and David Croft. Let's have a quick word with them.
Either genius or completely gormless if they get it wrong in terms of that slipstream down the long straights. You want to be several seconds behind to get the effect of another car, your teammate, punching a hole in the air, but then you don't want to drive into that turbulent air as you're going through key sections like the Ascari chicane here. But if you don't, you're leaving valuable time on the table, and it's too close up front not to at least try that. But do you sacrifice one of your drivers? It's going to be fascinating, and we know that in Q1, the first part of this qualifying session, all 20 cars will be out there, and they will be tripping over each other even before they get out of the pit lane.
That's indeed the case, isn't it, JT? Verstappen top practice 1, but practice 2 and practice 3 have been dominated by Lewis Hamilton, the Mercedes. Next year bound for Ferrari. Carlos Sainz on the eve of his 30th birthday wants to try and repeat what he had last year and taking pole position. There's so much pressure out here. Who's your pick for pole position? Who have you got lined up on the board?
Pick for pole is going to be... I think it's going to be open. I think we've got Lewis Hamilton, we've got a couple of other drivers in it, but I won't be surprised if Hamilton takes it. But then again, McLaren have been quick the past couple of races, and, well, pace, top speed is crucial here at the tempo of speed.
That word, didn't it? The safety car couldn't handle it as well. You've just posted JT. The Monza circuit has been resurfaced and changed. That's hilarious as well. Jess in the pit lane. Ace, I was just checking Discord to see if you said you were back in the pitch, Jess. Who's your pick for pole position? Who have you got an idea on here at Monza?
I did originally say Lando Norris, but the way Lewis Hamilton has been looking good in practice, don't count him out either. So I think it's between those 2.
My money's definitely on Lewis Hamilton to put something in as well. 1 minute to go until the green light goes on then, and qualifying will be underway. Megan Birch walks into the side of the commentary box. She only had about a 20-minute break since leaving the commentary box for MotoGP. It's all going
Can I leave here for more than 20 minutes at a time, please?
I don't think so.
There's bagpipes outside.
There's bagpipes outside. Oh, I'm
Go
jealous.
listen.
Oh,
Go listen.
Thank you.
Go listen. My pick for pole is someone who I hope to win because it is his birthday tomorrow, Carlos Sainz. It shouldn't be.
The bagpipes, shut up.
I'll go listen.
No, I can't hear it. See, I'll have to get somewhere else.
Shut up, because Josh wanted to hear it.
Yeah, and we're 10 seconds away from the start of the session.
I don't care.
I care.
Go! Listen to the bagpipes!
Look, if I want to listen to bagpipes, I'll go to Scotland. Now, here we go. Look, we're about to start the session.
You almost did.
I always did, and I will go back to Scotland next year. If I don't have bagpipers at Knockhill, I'll be very disappointed next year. Green lights on. Away we go. And, well, what would you like to hear about? Would you like to hear how Megan fell against the fire after walking on some wooden bricks on Mom's first Mother's Day with her?
2007.
2006.
7.
Oh, 2007, then second Mother's Day.
I was almost 2.
Would you like to hear the time I
Stars
jumped?
here.
Yeah, there you go. Would you like to? That was smooth. We've got to eke this out now. Yeah, come on, a bit longer. Would you like to hear about the time that we all aquaplaned on the motorway on some slipped oil, and Dad's expert driving skill got us to safety?
I was a baby.
Or would you like to hear about the time that I nearly fell off a speedboat in Bridlington? I mean, we've got time.
Would you like to hear the fact that we've got 2 Ferraris heading down pit lane?
Oh, thank God for that. I thought we were going to talk for a non-stop because nobody wants to leave the pit lane. That's the first time this season that the green light's gone on and nobody left the pit lane.
I think they'd like the speedboat story.
Yeah, they probably would. Medical lights just flashed on this medical car there. So I was literally wondering and worried we would have to fill a bit of time there. And look how slowly they are going. Zhou, Ocon, Gasly, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Sainz and Leclerc are venturing out onto the circuit, and they're all going so slowly. We're expecting to see, well, drama, basically. I'm not expecting this to be good, JT.
brilliant TV direction. The first cars we pick up going down pit lane is Sainz and Leclerc. They completely missed the 5 cars that went before them.
Oh, it's alright. We missed the accident in F3 earlier on for like a lap. And it deployed the
Oh,
safety
brilliant.
car. Yeah, it was really bizarre this morning. I think the race director's a bit asleep.
I've had a quick look at the F3 car. I haven't looked at it in detail, but at first glance, the F3 car literally looks like a baby F2 car.
Yeah, they've literally just changed the adaptation, haven't they, as well? I don't know if Omi's in the pit lane or something, because he's
not here.
Okay. Our F3 correspondent. This is Carlos Sainz's qualifying form. 5th, 7th, 4th, 8th, 10th. Megan's praying for pole position. Is that where you're swearing, Scarlett?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm wearing a red shirt tomorrow. It's a chance. What happened to my nice purple shirt?
It's in there somewhere, but also be careful on one of your hangers. It broke.
Okay.
It snapped.
I have too many shirts.
Yes, you
well,
do.
As you well know, dear viewers.
You take up half a wardrobe.
I do. And some of those are as well, they're like 2 and 3 on 1.
Yeah.
I think I have around about 40 shirts.
You have 3 on 1 most of the time.
Yeah, I have a lot of shirts. Well, you need to be fashionable, don't you? Eddie Jordan, eat your heart out.
And yet you always say, oh, I don't know what to wear today.
That's because I have like very few thin ones and I have too many hot ones. And it's like,
Do you know what I think? What colour shall I wear?
I mean, you've got to match with the trousers or the shorts and that, though. And
This is why I just have black leggings.
I'm a pair of jeans down as well, so kind of need to go with it. Anyway, we have lap times for anybody interested at all in Formula 1. Gasly says, I have smoke coming out of the front brakes. Keir Starmer won't like that. Never mind about Alpine. Oh, big snap on the oversteer to Carlos Sainz. Exit Lesmo almost put it into the barrier.
Fly. Or it looked like a spider and it looked like a fly. Also, so it's gone now. But I keep seeing spiders which can jump. I keep saying very athletic spiders. I'm scared they're practicing for an Olympics of some sort.
Charles Leclerc is fast in the second sector, JT, but that was nearly Carlos Sainz out to the race, never mind out of anything else.
Yeah, that was a massive snap. I'm trying to find where it was. I think was it Oscar Piastri who charged in, who went wide in the gravel at practice 3. It was one of the McLarens.
I think it was Piastri, yeah, he touched the wheel in.
Okay, right. F1 Twitter admin, please open your eyes or change what you wrote next time, because you said it was a very close call to the gravel. Oscar Piastri hit the gravel, it was very close to the wall.
Yeah, it was very close to the wall. Sainz for the save of the year.
His last moment as a 29-year-old. A moment on the track!
I think he's got another 2 qualifyings to go, Megan.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll go off. Hopefully.
Curse of the commentator.
Red.
Red Bull with Max Verstappen. First, first, second. That's a qualifying format.
Don't mind me.
Did you take the shield off?
Yes. What, look, it can go back on.
Sainz in 7th. Max then on his first lap times. Is it me or is Q1 a bit boring? Is it me or they're all going to go out on this? They're all going to go out last lap, bunch up.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Check
2019, repeat.
Yeah, I wasn't in the commentary box for that one. Ian Birch was.
Check the floor of the car. That's not good. That's not good, Carlos. That's not good.
I was at a football match.
I put both Ferraris in my fantasy as well.
Oh yeah, that probably cursed us, didn't it? Has it locked now?
Yeah, because we used the limitless.
For this week, yeah.
Yeah, we both
points.
did.
Maximum points for this weekend. Maximum points.
Imagine everyone you put in there went out.
I'd probably cry. To be fair, we haven't thought of an underdog because Monza does not tend to deliver normal race winners.
We both went 2 Ferraris. Two Ferraris, Hamilton, Norris, and I can't remember what, and Verstappen. That was it.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know where I am in the fantasy because I haven't even gone on to
JT, quick! You need to change it.
website.
If you've got Sargent there, you need to change it from the end of quali. Max only goes.
What?
I don't think I've got Sargent.
I'll check for you.
I haven't even gone on the fantasy
Guys!
website for
Josh,
months.
you're 5th.
Hello.
Just to your 5th.
That's not bad to say I've not touched it for a month.
You've got Verstappen, Joe.
Thank you.
Sorry, I muted you.
119.991 for Lando Norris. He's gone fastest. Verstappen's only gone 3rd. This is Oscar Piastri down in towards turn 1, locking up at the Rettifilio and cutting the corner.
Sorry, I had to mute you. There was a replay.
And there was a lot of action on the track.
Yes.
Huge lock up at the front there. Yeah, it did not work well, did it?
Yeah, so Josh G, you have Verstappen, Joe, Alonso, Albon, Tsunoda. So you did have
Such
Sargent.
an echo, wow.
Yeah, there is an echo.
For once, not coming from me because nothing's wrong with them.
Oh, it's fine now.
We can hear you in the house still.
That's because it's on.
I contemplate closing my door.
It is closed.
Your room door.
Yeah, it is.
There we go.
So, 119.911 for Norris. Leclerc in 2nd. Verstappen 3rd. Hulkenberg 4th. I'm getting so frustrated standing here in the commentary box. I don't know what it is, Megan. It's like, this is not a normal session.
Like you just want to jump up and
Punch
scream
something, yeah.
and punch.
They're all,
Yeah, I get
because you
it.
know where it's going. They're all going to go with 2 minutes together. They're all going to bunch up together.
And we know who's going to end up in Q3 and just get to Q3 already.
Yeah. Sometimes the elimination format isn't great for tracks that are this small. Like, yeah, it just doesn't work. And you can overtake at Monza. It's just such a quick race that you never see any of it. Hour 15 is the maximum. Colapinto in 8th, Albon in 5th. Is that what you're pointing at? Yeah. Hamilton and Russell standing their lap times. Across the line comes Piastri. 5th, 4th, ahead of Hulkenberg.
Max Verstappen's radio just said, so, Volkswagens.
Why is our timing tower so confused at the moment?
More like behind.
Don't forget, Josh, to pick a winner after this.
Oh, I always pick it after qualifying anyway.
Oh, good.
Because otherwise they trap me. Okay, just hearing in my ear. So, I need to lie down. JT, please do take qualifying because I can get a lot of sleep. I am really not good. I'm fighting sickness as well with bugs. I'm going to put some chips in the air. No, it's a stomach thing. I'm going to put some chips in the air fryer and have a bit of lasagna and go to bed. And then wake up at about 10 o'clock before the IndyCar starts. Alonso 5th at the moment. As they move up, Bottas again improving. Loads of sparks flying. Yeah, JT, what have you made of George Russell then? Do you reckon he's ready to become a team leader?
I mean, we'll honestly have to see until we'll have to see in 2025. I think it could either go horribly or it could go very well. It's one of those things which is, it could do that, it could do that.
Right,
but if it goes down the right way, I think just seeing Toto Wolff, that reminds me, Toto Wolff's face after Kimi Antonelli's crash was probably one of the best faces he's ever pulled.
He's pulled some corkers, hasn't he, as well?
That face shouts, uh-oh.
It was like a...
It's like, we got rid of a 7-time world champion for a person who crashes in a barrel.
He reminded me of John Sim with the Master when he was killing that woman. And you remember with Dogfight, he was going...
But I like the fact that he was like a fatherly figure. It's like, don't worry, Kimmy, it's okay. He just like had a
nonchalant,
Yeah. Will other team principals be like that? Probably not. Christian
Horner would have probably, he probably would have shown him his WhatsApp messages, to be fair.
Nah.
No, that's enough.
If he was going to McLaren, then Zach Brown would just be like, okay, that contract goes over here now.
He would have broken the contract anyway.
The tyres out of nowhere, sliding massively.
Haiku from George Russell there. That was haiku.
I actually don't know how to do a haiku.
Ask Kimi Raikkonen, he wrote a book about it. Gasly goes 9th, Ocon goes 10th, and Norris, Leclerc, Sainz, Verstappen, Russell, Hamilton, Piastri, Alonso. Alonso actually the only one in there, surprisingly there. Colapinto is 0.02 of a second away from Ricciardo in the drop zone. Tsunoda is 0.09 of away. Bottas is 42,000 away. Perez is in the drop zone, 51,000 away. And then Zhou Guanyu is half a second back. just the gasp there of Zhou Guanyu. But Franco Colapinto might qualify for Q2 in his first appearance and only his 4th session in the car. Whereas Sergio Perez is 19th. Just let that sink in. What is going on?
Maybe Perez
I
isn't getting
saw
this
a
thing.
post somewhere. I don't know where it was. If it was on Instagram, if it was on Twitter, I don't know where it was. It could have even been on Facebook. But it was something to do with the gap is so big between Max and Checo that everyone else who has never driven a lap in Formula 1, including us, are better than Sergio Perez.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, that is kind of thingy, isn't it?
I did a 21-1 in practice yesterday.
Perez has done a 21-1 as well. So currently, Jess could go faster than Perez. Jess, you're part of the Red Bull Driver Academy in eSport. Go off you go.
No, not at the moment, thank you. I've got a race there tomorrow.
Have you? Oh, of course, that's why you're not here, yeah. Oh, Hamilton, lap time deleted. Track limits at Retifilio.
Checo's being told he has a clear lap. What's the betting he'll crash?
Yeah, 9 times out of 10. He's gone out on his own.
He always crashes me.
So, do Red Bull just not care about him because they've sent him out there with no tow at a track where you need a tow? They've done the same for Albon, who's 12th.
Albon's used to it.
It doesn't make any sense. Although Albon's going to get a lovely tow off Perez.
Albon, the ex-Red Bull driver.
He's getting a tow off the current Red Bull driver.
He's just like, you stole my seat! I didn't do anything.
To be fair, Alexander Albon is one of the only drivers to actually drive for Red Bull not to get the Kelly Piquet contract.
Perez too, because he's obviously married.
That's true.
Since coming to Red Bull, he's had another child.
Perez is only go through there, so... I forgot about that. He has, hasn't he? Yeah, he's going as a kid now.
Got 4 of them.
God, this qualifying one is so dull. Literally, I'm tired of fighting a sickness bug, right? But I am literally... It's like I'm being put to sleep.
Do you know, for
Marley and me had a better ending than this.
Do you know, for Christmas last year...
You got Marley and me?
No. Perez received baby clothes from one of the drivers. I think it might have been Max.
Try again. Albon goes 8th, 120.5. Instant involvement Piastri has been noted for an unsafe release as well. So Albon gets out of the way. There's James Vowles watching on. Team principal at Williams. He reminds me of someone. I can never work out who.
Adam Driver.
That's the one. Well, Megan knew immediately.
It's for nose.
Max Verstappen was blocked by Oscar Piastri here. So Max is coming out and Piastri's going to get launched right in the path here. Whoa, Nelly.
Maybe on this crash.
Yeah, I saw that, Max.
That is an unsafe release, Martin.
Yeah, Piastri. Well,
Why did you release him in front of Max? Was this your game plan to get him out of the race?
I don't want to say no bleep Sherlock, but come on, Crofty, you can do better than that. Of course it's an unsafe release. That's a bit of a gormless question. Stewart's now investigating Piastri after the session. So, is that a further grid penalty then, JT, for Piastri? You already might have one earlier on for dangerous driving in practice 3.
Does he?
Yeah, he blocked Leclerc and Ricciardo.
Monza is
At
not his
Lesmo.
friend.
Come on, Franco.
Well, yeah, that's definitely going to be a good penalty. The only one, no idea, because I haven't even seen anything from Practice 3 about, except the F1 tweet.
Yeah, sorry, I was just really angry that we've got Perez through. I kind of wanted him to get an elimination and Colapinto to go through. But
Colapinto still might.
He's going well, isn't he? Soft tyres.
34,000 off the pace.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
Maybe next time.
That was a curse of the commentator.
Still got time, though.
Yeah, he'll keep his foot down, clean up the tyres. Hamilton saying that his seat is getting hot again. That's the 4th session running that Mercedes are having seat issues.
Antonelli's just standing in front of another.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yes. Magnussen.
Seat's getting very hot.
And Hulkenberg in there too. Zhou still... If Zhou does not... I will be very surprised if Zhou qualifies within... What's happened to Magnussen? The car stopped. What's happened there?
What are you doing?
What on earth's happened there?
Why?
Magnussen's car's ground to a halt again. They're going to red flag the session. He stopped at Parabolica.
Ruining everyone's lap time.
Oh, it's happened again. Green flag. Magnussen's got going again. Colapinto had his lap time deleted. But Kevin Magnussen, for the 2nd time, he stopped at the end of practice 3. Had a problem. I think he's got a puncture.
That was very strange.
He just looked like he couldn't turn in. They haven't red flagged the session, which is great news. But many people got affected by that yellow flag.
Thankfully, there's still 7 seconds left.
And Tsunoda goes into 15th place. Danny Ricciardo's in elimination zone as the checker flag falls. Ricciardo crosses the line and he goes 15th. He kicks out Tsunoda. Well, that's the first time this year that Ricciardo's managed to actually do that in qualifying 1. Piastri should easily go through. Perez boxes. Piastri goes 3rd, actually. Max Verstappen, fastest of all in the 2nd sector. Comes up towards the line. He's backed off massively.
Wonder why.
He didn't want to push the car. Save the tyre. He knows he's safely through. Russell goes 5th behind him. Tsunoda, Stroll, Colapinto, Bottas, Zhou. Looks like that's going to be the design at the moment. Everyone's down in the first sector because of the yellow flag. I think that's an anticlimactic end to a very anticlimactic first part of qualifying.
Poor Colapinto.
Alonso's backed out. Djokovic watches on. So it's Tsunoda out, Stroll out, Colapinto out, Bottas out, and Zhou Guanyu, for the 15th time in 16 races, is eliminated in qualifying 1 and starts on the 10th row of the grid.
At least with Colapinto, it wasn't his fault.
We shouldn't call it the slow line, we should call it the Zhou line for row 10.
It's funny.
Colapinto did get his 2nd lap time deleted as well.
Yeah, see, it wasn't his fault.
Yeah. Yellow flag.
Magnussen.
Yellow flag affected everybody there, unfortunately.
Except the Hasses.
Hulkenberg's had his lap time deleted for track limits.
Yeah, but they get through.
I don't know about that.
They do. Both of them.
They do not. That last lap time from Hulkenberg has been deleted by the stewards for track limits.
But that wasn't the last lap that he set.
It was.
No, because it would be deleted by now.
I'll keep an eye on that monitor if it changes. Sometimes the stewards like to take a few seconds to sort everything in. Okay, let's get through the running order then at the end of Q1. It's Norris, Leclerc, Piastri, Sainz, Russell, Verstappen, Hamilton, Albon, Perez, Alonso, the top 10, Gasly, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Magnussen and Ricciardo go through. The eliminations for Tsunoda, Stroll, Colapinto, Bottas and Zhou. Qualifying 1 complete. Q2 is up next. Situation then will be coming up to see who's going to be top in a few moments' time. Let's check in with our commentary box team. JT, what did you make of that session?
Well, it was a bit boring, wasn't it?
Yeah, very boring. Start of Q2 is going to be delayed. We've just
So
been told.
boring. That will be brushing gravel up back into the gravel trap, not on the track. I believe at Les Moto and at Parabolica.
Yeah.
The two places where gravel happened. There, going back to where I mentioned the safety car earlier on Thursday, if you haven't seen it, it's in the F1 chat, in the Discord server. If that isn't a technical problem,
Yeah.
I don't know what is.
It had
Because
some
the way
failure.
that the car snapped tells me that there was something wrong with the brakes or suspension.
Yeah, I think.
But the way that Bert Mylander spun the car on purpose to get rid of as much energy as possible before it hits the barrier probably stopped him and the passenger getting any injuries.
Okay, let's head back to Sky Sports F1 quickly. Megan's got news.
Quickly, he was just trying to fill the hole in the wall that Sargent left.
Here's Colapinto.
Yeah, sorry for that.
That's what Franco Colapinto had to say. Jess, your quick thoughts on Q1 before we hand back over to Crofty?
Very, very boring. Predictable Q1 eliminations for quite a lot of drivers. But both Haas and Alpine through. Let's head over to Sky.
Just watch. Goes with the understeer. Eventually ends up on the gravel. Has a big snap. Manages to save it. Fortunately for him, it was earlier in the session, so he got to do another lap. Unfortunately for Franco Colapinto, in his first F1 qualifying session, similar, in fact, carrying more understeer in that Williams, gets to Lesmo too, just watch his hands there, sliding the front, hoping it bites, and it doesn't. He ends up on the gravel, and this really was his final lap and his final opportunity. So he's ended up getting knocked out in Q1. Maybe take another look at that unsafe release that's being investigated. As Martin and Crofty said, it was really a slam dunk. I mean, Verstappen's driving along here, and I'm just trying to see where that McLaren mechanic is looking, and certainly not looking at Verstappen coming down the pit lane. You know, and that is a mistake there by not acknowledging and recognizing that Verstappen was coming along. So I think the team will be in trouble with that one. And I think we've got some Kevin Magnussen radio we can listen to now.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, it ruined the end of Kevin Magnussen's lap. He is, though, through to the next part of qualifying, which has been delayed because there's a lot of gravel on the track that needs sweeping away. Before we get going again, meanwhile, I've just read the guidelines, the stewards' guidelines for penalties, and releasing a car and an unsafe release for a car, team fine if it happens during qualifying. So I'm not expecting Oscar Piastri to get a penalty on the grid for that. Let's just have a quick look at what's going on the track. And I said that there was a lot of gravel. There is. I'm assuming those witches' brooms, Martin, they are the most effective way to get rid of gravel.
Yeah, carbon fibre, obviously, and high tech, but no, it looks like a quick way rather than having to get machines out there and then recover those machines back to and you don't want them going the wrong way around the racetrack either, back to a service road. It's better to get out there with a bit of elbow grease.
Yeah, and amongst two Silver Arrow machines in the Mercedes garage is Bradley Lord. He's our expert in the pit lane, or in the garage for us this weekend down at Mercedes. Right, take us through that first part of qualifying, not without its drama for either of your drivers, but they're both safely through.
Yeah, both safely through, as you say, Crofty. Not quite as competitive as we saw in FP3 relative to the field. It's obviously a hotter track, so we've just got to make the right changes and give the drivers the right inputs just to keep tyre temps under control, and particularly the rear axle. Avoid it sliding the rear end too much, because that puts temperature in that then just penalises them around the rest of the lap. So that's the conversation going on here right now.
Talking of temperature, both your drivers seem to have very warm bottoms going down the straight. What is that about, and why can't you do anything about it?
It's a little bit to do with how much the car's touching the ground, and that, you know, we want to run it as quick in the quickest configuration we can, Martin. So that means running low, because that's where these cars perform best. There's also potentially something with the airflow or the aero. We've added windscreens to the car as well to change the airflow around the cockpit to try and help that. But to be honest, it's something we'll really dig into after this week to better understand, because I don't think we've got a full grasp of why the cooling air isn't going where it should.
To tow or not to tow, that could be the question. What's the answer at Mercedes?
I think if you ask anyone on the pit wall or wearing an engineering shirt here, it's to not tow, because what you gain on the straights, you lose more in the corners, and you slide in the corners as well. So you want to be in the swirl, but at a good 6 to 7 second gap, we think.
Thanks, Bradley. We'll speak to you after Q2, which will get underway, Martin, in 3 minutes' time. So everyone gets a chance to catch their breath somewhat. And only one driver in the 1 minute 19s, and that was Lando Norris, and he didn't need a toe to do that.
No, you're right, and good speed from him. It's 0.3 quicker than last year's pole already, as we said. As we explained, the track's changed quite a bit since then, and I thought it would be a bigger delta, bigger difference than that, but it doesn't really matter. It matters on how they line up and which times they can get out now. We've still got 48.5 degrees track temperature, massive temperatures there, over 33 air temperature, which takes away grip, takes away performance, but we'll expect that to keep dropping a little bit over the next few minutes or so. What's going on there?
Some dash to get rid of the tyres on Pierre Gasly's Alpine and swap them for another set. So do they have a new set on and they're going to go with used at the start of this Q2 session? Or is just have they just been cooling a little bit while they've been in their blankets? Well, we'll send Ted down to find out. And while we do that, let's hear from Yuki Tsunoda. He's in the upgraded RB, finds himself out of Q1.
Yuki, just talk me through that. Did you get caught out by the yellow flags? Because I didn't see where you were on track at the time.
I didn't.
No.
Yeah.
So talk me through your qualifying then. What do you think?
Yeah, I think just generally this week, lacking of pace, and I mean, there's some bits different across the car, and maybe some, I don't know, it's affecting my performance or either my driving, whatever, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, definitely, yeah, as soon as that, we have to understand what's going on, and obviously a lot of things have to stand up with this new floor.
Are there different bits, when you say different bits on the car, different to Daniel's or different to last? So you've got different parts to Daniel's you're running this weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, and at the moment they're just not working for you?
Well, it should be worked because it's upgrade, but I mean, as soon as since FP1, FP1 was pretty terrible, and he's managed to close the gap session by session, but yeah, I mean, yeah, even I push flat out. I just this feels like there's just limitations are there, and they were able to achieve to create the car that we want.
I hope tomorrow's better. Thank you.
Hello. The session is about to begin now, and this time we actually have cars heading out on the track, and yet again, first out is a Ferrari.
Hello, yes. Ferrari head out onto the circuit.
Sainz.
Ahead of Leclerc, and then there's another one just behind as well. I can't tell at the moment who's trundling down. Gasly? Yeah.
Then Ocon.
Hulkenberg and Magnussen too are shaping up to come out according to the monitor. So, Q2 was underway after a little delay because they've had to sweep the track because of the amount of gravel that they've thrown onto it as well. It's going to be very much type of atmosphere, isn't it?
Anticlimactic.
And then Q3 will be like, opening moments of Saving Private Ryan. Right, who's going to be the shocker to be eliminated in this session? I'll go first. Perez.
Piastri.
Oh, okay. JC?
Perez isn't a shock to me, in my opinion, so I'm going to go... I think both RBs are going to go out. Is that a shock? Maybe not. Both Hasses. And then I'm going to say the fifth one, who has been strong, Albon.
Oh, okay. Okay, very strong. Jess, what about you?
I'm going to agree with Josh T. I think Albon will be knocked out. I'll be surprised because he's been looking strong all weekend.
Teo Porcher there. I'm a bit alarmed about how much my commentary box door is swinging considering it's locked.
Yeah, I keep hearing it make noises. Also, I went for Piastri because he ain't having a good weekend so far. I don't think it's going to be any better.
Piastri's having such a bad weekend out here. It's getting a bit funny. Hang on a minute. Hello. What? You're here.
Yeah, because you told me to be here.
No, I've just realised something. You never do Italy. You never do Monza.
You only just realised that, Josh?
Yeah. Sorry, it's just dawned on me. It's just dawned on me. Megan never does Monza. It's always a race.
This season is an exception.
I can't miss Carlos Sainz's birthday.
I think this entire season, Megan's just angry at herself that she missed Japan.
Yes.
And don't forget she's doing the pre-show tomorrow. Someone's doing the pre-show tomorrow with Omi.
No, Megan's in the box with me. It's Omi on his own.
Oh, right.
Doesn't have to do much.
It's a shorter pre-show tomorrow anyway.
Besides, he's got enough facts that can last him more.
Yeah, we're on at 1:15 with a 5-minute usual pre-show. Omi comes on at 20 past and immediately hands over to Sky. So it's a short pre-show tomorrow.
Oh, nice. So it's literally just World Feed.
Yeah. Until me and Megan and Omi come back in for the main part.
Omi's going to be busy tomorrow.
Yeah, streaming a lot. Ends the F2.
Just like I did last week.
Yeah. Ends the F2, does the Porsches, and that's all because Megan's laptop is a bit fuddly this weekend, so we've had to move the MotoGPs to this box, so we've had to shake things up a bit.
It's only Q2.
Yeah. Carlos Sainz across the line, gets his first time on the board. It's a 1:20.328. Lando Norris goes second fastest. Charles Leclerc's got the fastest first and goes fastest, 1:20.296. I love the phrase that Homer Simpson coined. Cautiously, wildly accelerating. It's what Max Verstappen's doing right now coming into Lesmo. Lesmo 2. Bit banked there. I like that we've got gravel as a natural deterrent here. Up towards the line we come then. Verstappen, middle sector's down a bit. Hulkenberg up to third. Norris is looking good as well as he comes into the Lesmos. Piastri
steals purple.
He's 4/10 up, 26.822 in that middle sector.
Maybe he won't get eliminated.
Perez goes third. Max Verstappen is down in all sectors now as Lando Norris took sector 1. Verstappen, I think he's only going to go... Okay, never mind. 1:19.874. But what have the two McLarens got to give?
Then the McLaren's into the picture.
There goes Piastri.
And I got rid of the DRS boost to Verstappen. Oh, I should have changed it.
I gave mine to
him.
Lando, I think. So I think I mean...
I gave mine to Norris as well.
Lando! Top 119.
Thank you.
Minutes for 19s.
I love how the F1 Fantasy League has just become betting for us lot.
Yeah.
Next year, Megan has one.
What would I have to do?
Well, you don't have to have a paying account, so we'll just give you an account for fun.
For F1 Fantasy, it's free anyway, so...
Yeah, so we'll give you an account.
I will destroy your rules.
You can have one next time out if you like and see how many points you get in the first half of the season.
We'll see.
Next time out is Azerbaijan.
Yeah, it's back. Is it not next week, but the week after?
Yeah.
Typical. The same week which I start uni for my second year, I also started betting on F1. It's the stress.
But more than likely, you're doing back in there. Let me get this straight. You're just doing every race this year.
Depends.
Unless you're really busy.
Yeah.
So that's at least one mainstay.
Will I have a test at some point?
I'm just really worried about the time we get to the night races for MotoGP. Waking you up in the middle of the night's going to be like...
Oh, yeah, have fun.
Yeah, waking the dead. 8 races.
That's like waking you up. I wake up, I sleep after.
Last year, honestly, nearly killed me. What was it, 9 weekends running?
You didn't sleep properly. At all. I worried for your health.
It was really bad. NASCAR this time is really going to muck it up, isn't it?
Do you know what I had to do last year? I grabbed hold of his arm, walked into his room and locked him in. I said, go to bed.
She did do that. Albon goes 8th fastest. Magnussen is 9th. Are they at the same time?
I think I put the ladders in front of your door.
Magnusen's time hasn't appeared on the race control steward yet.
Albon 120.460, Magnussen 120.698, Russell across the line, he goes 4th with a 119.877. Next up is Alonso.
Oh, and he only goes 10th. That kicks out Magnussen, so Hamilton's going to go up and... Wow! It's a 119.641 for Lewis Hamilton. He goes fastest overall.
Pretty sure I put
Oh, Lewis.
the ladders in front of your door too.
There's Bradley Lord and Toto Wolff watching on. At what point is Lewis Hamilton going to, you know, curse himself that he's left a team that suddenly found itself?
Oh look, Mercedes, Ferrari.
They are the two bravest fans in all of Monza to be wearing Mercedes in a sea of Tifosi.
I kind of forgot that both Alpine drivers got through when I did my Q2 predictions.
Yeah, they're here.
So both Alpines are going out, and then no idea about the others.
James.
But Albon's still my surprise.
James Hunt won on his birthday. Max Verstappen has won on his birthday. Can Carlos Sainz become
Carlos
another?
Sainz win on his birthday.
And on his 30th too. What a way to start your 30s.
Well, they call James Hunt the shunt. They call Carlos Sainz smooth operator.
What are you gonna say?
Smooth
Yeah, they do.
operator.
They called him Hunt the shunt. It was a Cockney slang on that one. Sainz goes third, 1:19.799. But yeah, they always meant it as the other thing. But it was just a cheeky little thing because he always crashed. Leclerc goes seventh, 1:20.007. Second 007 we've had this weekend.
Do you know, sometimes I wonder.
Big boss, Benedetto Vagina as well, the chief executive, the CEO of Ferrari. I'm not going to say chief executive officer. I couldn't. I was swallowing orange juice at the time.
Sometimes I wonder, do they just pick a wheel and decide, okay, this is a driver's playlist, we shall play on the speakers this weekend?
On the grid?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Because a few weeks ago it was Carlos Sainz, and I know for a fact that the week before that had to be Danny Rick.
Car is not turning at all. Again.
You've literally
Clearly
just
it
turned the wheel.
is.
Charles Leclerc. Stop moaning. Just stop.
We can literally see you turning your wheel fine,
It
Charles.
looked fine. There's no understeer, there's no oversteer. Would have caused bigger problems than that. Also, I am wearing red trainers. So I'm wearing some red.
This is black. This is
I'm
red.
worried I'm going to go through these soon because of the floor. I need
They
shoes.
look fine.
I need combox shoes and I need more Converse.
Why don't you wear those trainers in the combox?
The ones I got for the track? Nah, they're too heavy.
George just said the front's too hot and the rear's too cold.
So he's in the middle, he's perfect.
First time this weekend, considering all the heat stuff he's having wrong with his seat. If you want to
Ocon, Gasly, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Piastri have all ventured out on track and a couple more moving, including the 2 Red Bulls.
If you're wondering, by the way, where Omi is in this session, he is actually commentating on the Porsche Super Cup qualifying, where the footage has been sent, and he is commentating on that session to get out for you ahead of tomorrow and the season finale. There was a fly name.
And it will be premiered later.
Yes, sorry, thank you, Jen. That was what I was going to say before I got straight off the fly. Thank you. Yes, premiered later on.
I took out the key.
Christian Clean, by the way, his cousin, I believe, is racing. Marvin Clean.
If you walk into the kitchen right now, it's just 4 things to frosting.
I can barely hear you.
If you walk into the kitchen... I had a frog in my throat.
You're right.
If you walk into the kitchen... right now, there are just 4 things defrosting.
That sounded hilarious.
I think it was the verge of a hiccup and the fact that I hadn't breathed in yet.
Bloody hell.
Esteban Ocon has not gone on a push lap. He is lifted off. Gasly's lifted off. So it's a double build lap. But now look, we've got Magnus on a push lap. Here comes the Magnus at the end of qualifying. everyone's looking for a tow and they're all backing off.
I don't think we'll see Spidey out. I think we'll see the 2 Alpines, then 2 Hasses, and then Ricciardo.
In the drop zone, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I'm with you on that. Alonso's going to go through. Albon will definitely go through again. They go well at this circuit.
Yeah, Alonso did do well. I think he was 7th last year.
Yeah. It's been a remarkably calm qualifying, hasn't it? Nothing's blown up. No one's
I was expecting a bit more chaos. I was expecting like F3 levels or something. Cute. But no.
I now look to the timing screen for a yellow flag after you've said that, and there is.
No, Josh jinxed when we were like, oh, let's stay to the end and F3, and then there was a safety car.
Yeah, that nearly cooked me with FP2 from MotoGP, and then we literally, we signed off for F2, and the first minute we went on air for MotoGP Sprint Race was when the World Feed came on. That was timed to perfection.
Beautiful timing.
Q-word?
Q2.
We say Q-word?
What?
We say Q-word?
You may say the Q word.
Quiet!
Oh no! Calm!
Hulkenberg 9th. Magnussen in 12th. Here's Sergio Perez. Danny Ricciardo's improving actually as well in these sectors. Into the last corner. Fastest sector 2 belongs to Max Verstappen as well. Perez, 8th. Time, not position. 1:20. Oh, Max only second. 1:19.662. 21 thousandths off of Hamilton. Top 3 inside the same 10th. Ricciardo's 19 thousandths off of Albon. Whew. Albon's going quicker. Woohoo. Well, this is going to get a very entertaining end of this qualifying session.
And Ricciardo's not doing a double push, so he is out.
Right, so that's 1 down.
Alonso's on a slow lap.
Albon is only 2 tenths off of Hamilton. This could put Albon up into about 6th, 7th position, just ahead.
I think Alonso's out as well.
Could be improving. Still keep on a bit. Ocon
Oh,
might
he's
get
improving
through.
10 to 2.
Ocon might get through. No, never mind. Oh, actually, Ocon might. Oh, he's 2 tenths down on Albon. Albon, 9th. That puts Hulkenberg in danger. 10 seconds into the flag. Alonso.
Come on, Alonso.
12th goes. 11th.
Oh, no.
He's out by 10 thousandths of a second to Hulkenberg as the flag comes out. Here comes Esteban Ocon. 15th at the moment. Does he go through? No. Improves time, not position again. Gasly 14th. So it looks like that's it, because we know that Ricciardo's backed out. Alonso's only completed it. It's only Kevin Magnussen, and he's boxed as well. Another anticlimactic end.
Ricciardo definitely wasn't pushing us. He was only going 150 miles per hour around the curve of the Grande, and they can reach 200 around there.
What I'm shocked about is Hulkenberg's through.
Yeah. Third time this year he's managed to get through to the final phase of qualifying. In a Haas at Monza. Russell is completing his lap time, but it doesn't matter. He may as well box, and he hasn't. And Mercedes a bit thick.
Yes.
You box him, don't you?
I would.
And they've kept Hamilton out there as well.
I'm hungry.
So, out of Q2, Alonso, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Gasly, and Ocon. 10 left with 12 on the clock. That's it for Fernando.
18.
I think P11 is better than expected.
Oh.
At least he's happy.
Better than expected. Q3 is up next here to decide pole position for the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. Hamilton's the fastest time at 1:19.641. Crofty's kept talking. Yeah, Crofty kept talking there. I heard the countdown and they said, "Advert, Crofty, advert." They screamed there on the radar. So that was a bit much. Here's your top 10 then going through. Hamilton, Verstappen, Norris, Sainz, Piastri, Russell, Leclerc, Perez, Albon, Hulkenberg. Eliminations for Alonso, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Gasly and Ocon. And out already in Q1 was Tsunoda, Stroll, Colapinto, Bottas and Zhou. Colapinto, though, won't start his first Grand Prix last. That will go to the two Saubers at the back of the grid. And there's some penalties still to be decided. Okay, let's get thoughts in on that session, starting with Jess down in the pit lane. What did you make of Q2?
Well, unsurprisingly, see 3 cars in the drop zone, but the biggest shock, I have to say, Fernando Alonso.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think you do too, Megan.
Agreed.
Josh T?
Guys, this is way too calm and quiet for a qualifying session round Monza.
You
now,
said the Q word.
We're stuffed, aren't we?
I am going to curse Q3 a different way.
Really? How?
And not say
What?
calm or not say quiet, even though I just did.
Please.
But I'm going to say, I want to press the yellow flag button on my lights.
Can I say the word
Chaos!
peaceful?
What?
Peaceful.
No, I'll just do
way
Bart
too
Simpson.
peaceful.
Quiet, quiet, quiet,
quiet.
quiet. Just give us something.
Okay, so Magnussen has been noted and will be investigated after the session for something that we already know the case of: failing to follow race director's instructions, maximum delta time, no further action.
Lewis Hamilton's the same
Quiet,
thing.
diet, Zayat, fire.
That's quite good.
No, that was from Bart Simpson.
It is, yeah, actually, I forgot that. Yeah. I love that episode. What was it? Lisa's first word.
Yes, I love that.
I am so great. I am so great.
S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-E-R-T.
No, everybody loves me. I am so great. Honey, can you please be quiet?
Why did I turn up for this session?
Let's save ourselves and our brains. Let's head over to Crofty.
Why do I feel like we were a lot like Bart and Lisa when we were little?
Probably
Except
a lot.
Let's get Crofty. Let's head over.
Yeah, honestly, that was about all I had.
Yeah, agreed. Good job.
On the fringes of the top 10, Daniel Ricciardo, who of course had that glorious moment here a few years ago when he won for McLaren in 2021. But on the fringes today, and he'll start 12th for this year's Italian Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton fastest with a 1:19.6, but Bradley Lord at Mercedes, it is so tight. I imagine if you had chickens, you wouldn't count them just yet.
Definitely not, no. I mean, it's going to be about putting everything together in that last lap. We see cars improving on their second lap. That's probably not going to be relevant for Q3 because most of the top cars will have 2 new sets and be doing that first lap that they're aiming to hit to get the peak of the tyre grip as well, to get the most out of that tyre. So yeah, I think the drivers are still trying to assemble their perfect sectors into a single lap, and we'll see what happens when it's all on the line in a few minutes' time.
And you're still feeling the same way on the Mercedes pit wall about slipstreaming teammates?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Lewis obviously has gone fastest. George a little bit off. We'll be more in the pack than maybe we were in the last 2 sessions, and it's that swirl effect that you're looking for. So yeah, if you're slipstreaming, you're sacrificing one car for the other, and that's something we're never going to do anyway.
Thanks ever so much, Bradley. I can see a Sky Sports F1 camera crew in the back of the Mercedes garage. We are behind the scenes with Mercedes this weekend. You can see the footage and the recording next time out in Baku. What a weekend to spend in the Mercedes garage. Kimi Antonelli gets announced for next year, has a crash during qualifying, and they might be on pole as well.
Yeah, car's going well, isn't it? Yeah, they dipped out a little bit in Zandvoort, and they say they understand why now, and they're certainly right back in it again. And they'd won 3 out of 4 races, hadn't they, there just before Zandvoort. So Mercedes look handy, and as expected, Verstappen's not very far away either. Max will stand up in the seat for this final Q3, and you sense McLaren and Ferrari got more to offer as well. So top 4 teams are represented in the top 8 in Q2.
With all due respect to Alex Albon and Nico Hulkenberg, I think this is about the top 8 and their battle here. And Ted Kravitz, it is wide open. Sergio Perez, we know he's capable of a lap, and he could certainly put his Red Bull ahead of a Ferrari or a Mercedes or a McLaren, and who knows what's going to happen in the first couple of rows on this.
Well, he certainly could do, Crofty. I'm actually quite interested to see who wins the Alex Albon-Nico Hülkenberg battle. My money's on the Hulk. Yeah, just pulling a name out of nowhere. Right, I told you I was looking into Lando Norris's garage. Indeed, he did stay there, didn't do a lap at the end of Q2. I think Hamilton did, just to get a read on the conditions. That's kind of been Mercedes' MO, hasn't it, Crofty? They've tended to do that, even though he was already quicker. But, you know, let's not forget, I know Zandvoort was only a week ago, Crofty, but let's not forget the Drivers' World Championship. And Lando needs to put as many points as possible and as much distance between him and Max Verstappen, his rival for the World Championship, as possible. And the likes of, well, Verstappen being quicker than him in that Q2 session, even though I know Lando didn't do another run at the end, and Lewis Hamilton being in the mix, it just complicates things, doesn't it?
Does indeed, Ted Kravitz. Thank you very much for that one as well as they come into it. Thanks, guys. We don't obviously listen to Sky's commentary. I get their production as the green light goes on. Q3's underway. But apparently, Nico Rosberg is in the F1 commentary box in practice 3 earlier on.
I've heard about this.
He said, I have an opportunity in my inbox to buy part of LP. Crofty says, what? Karoon goes, you can't just lob that into FP3 commentary. So, what? Presumably
that isn't what I thought you were talking about, but I've heard all weekend that Nico Rosberg has been just dropping some truth bombs about Kimi Antonelli.
Yes, he has.
And Mercedes.
Oh boy, has he has.
Oh, what's he going to say?
You need to catch me up after the session about it all.
I'm not getting liable on air.
Write it down.
No, I mean like after the broadcast.
Oh, no. Just Megan's looking at me like a puppy dog. And here they come, look, the fastest race cars in the world, going about 20 miles an hour because nobody wants to give a damn tow!
We go faster than you down a street.
Verstappen. We've got 17 for Hamilton, 16 for Hamilton now.
Take a look at it. This is the massacre. Look how slowly they're going. 25. Look around the pit lane. And an unsafe. Max Verstappen nearly runs into the Ferrari.
We saw that one as well.
Yep.
Okay, that time, yes, it was an unsafe release, but why did you go into his path?
It's Carlos Sainz.
He's trying to ruin his 30th birthday.
Wait a minute, wait. I've got a perfect soundboard for this if I can find it. Hang on. There we go.
That was an unsafe release. You don't think that's an unsafe release? Then get the hell out of Formula 1.
She's starting to agree with us now.
Yeah. Honestly, to be honest, I was mainly talking to the engineers then. I remember thinking just like, why are you letting him go?
You remember when you said that? I don't even remember when you said that.
I do.
Mexico.
Okay.
Incident involving car 55. Science noted unsafe release. No way, Sherlock.
That was in relation to Sainz. That clip, by the way. That I just made.
I have rage and it must go somewhere.
There, Megan. There. It's okay. Max, the stewards can't hurt you. It's okay.
They can't seem to hurt Max either. Stewards are run sometimes.
So as Megan plots how to destroy the steward's office.
And Honda.
We'll continue on with this Q3 session as Oscar Piastri is the first one to start the lap time at full speed as he comes through the Rettifilio.
Honda have a down
towards Cote Grande. Would you shut up?
So I will be there.
Shut up. Verstappen has jumped to the top for some reason.
What if one day I get really rich and buy the entire of Honda and then sell it to Mercedes?
That would go down well, wouldn't it?
There's an idea forming in Megan's mind, which is...
Well, I can't give Red Bull any more power.
Ross Brawn brought the team. Stop the clock. Albon's fastest. 1:20.870.
Actually, I might gift it to Renault. They need some more.
Oh.
Piastri just kicked the dirt up.
There goes Hulkenberg.
Oh, okay. There you go. 1:20.482. Hamilton is third.
And there goes Perez.
Okay, definitely
What
don't
is
stop.
happening?
We can't let him now. Don't stop the clock. Adam says, give me Lando Norris for pole regarding the Italian Grand Prix.
But here comes Piastri to spoil the party, and then possibly Norris and Sainz behind.
Oh, it's a 1:19.436 of Piastri. Norris just behind him then. This is not going to be the fastest runs. No way, Nelly. Norris is on provisional pole position by 35 thousandths of a second to 1:19.401. Carlos Sainz goes third. 1:19.701. I thought he was going to get pole there. Max Verstappen, fifth.
Oh my God, Josh.
Leclerc's fourth. For the
How are you so excited, Josh?
Because for the
only
first,
sit.
yeah, because for the first time this year, Perez has outqualified Verstappen.
Serves you right.
No further action for Carlos Sainz. It's been reviewed. Incident involving car 55 Sainz has been reviewed by the stewards. No further action. Russell goes third. And Hamilton goes fourth. Verstappen's eighth on the grid at Monza. A circuit where historically he does not go well at. It's all blowing up now here. And this is pandemonium.
Nice.
Isn't it? Two
nice
McLaren, two
stewards
Mercedes.
are behind.
Yeah, they are very much behind, aren't they, on the order there?
I'm not doing it.
Megan is Googling Honda. How much does Honda Motorsport team cost? Megan, to buy the entirety of Honda, you'd have to become a shareholder and rise the ranks.
Or just become like Elon Musk and stop buying
Or
things.
marry the owner. There's always that.
No, I want to rise for ranks.
Here's Max Verstappen.
I didn't grip at all this set. Shocking.
So he had a tiny...
Max had no grip at all on this set. They were on softs. What tyre? Is that a brand new set? It is a brand new
I
set.
just have to buy this.
So, this is all going to hell, isn't it? This is the most weirdest session of the entire season. And nobody knows what's happening. Now we get to the problem, though, because they're all coming into the pit lane, and they're all going to go out at exactly the same time for the last lap. This is Max into the Parabolica. And look at that! Exactly like Perez, Leclerc, and Antonelli, and so many others. A slide in the Parabolica, and he just held it together. That's well held there from Max.
Maybe I just need to look at their net worth.
So the biggest gap between teammates is Norris and Piastri at 35 thousandths a second. Russell and Hamilton's gap is 32 thousandths. Perez and Verstappen is 10 thousandths. And there's only 3 thousandths between Sainz and Leclerc. And, sorry to interrupt you, JT. Megan, it's 2x2. Mercedes, it's McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull.
Oh, that's so perfect.
And
We've completely lost Megan, haven't we?
we have Max Verstappen is the worst of the top 14 qualifiers.
And if you're talking about engines, top 4 or Mercedes power.
Oh, spot on, Jess.
And we've seen that a couple of times in Zandvoort as well.
They've got the highest top speed at the moment compared to Red Bull. Red Bull really must be going to Adrian Newey. Please come back. Please, please, please. We'll sack Christian. We'll do anything. Just please come back. Please. To be fair, I think you need to, because this is getting disastrous now for Red Bull. What's the gap between... Oh, 4 tenths, okay. Albon's out. Is he going on the track? He just activated his DRS in the pit lane. Well, everybody, welcome to the great Monza wait that we're all used to, because Q3 is about to show that this qualifying session has been completely farcical. Because they're all going to come out there, and this is going to be mad.
It's going to be absolutely chaos.
Yeah. I'm saying it now. No one's making it to the line. We're going to have a repeat here. You can sense it coming. Oh.
I wouldn't mind that because Norris will be on pole and that would help me with my fantasy.
Perez is heading out. Is anyone else going to jump?
Red Bull just don't care about Perez, do they?
Max 2. Perez is towing Max. So they're going for an... Oh, and here they all come, look. But that's too early.
That's a bit early.
Yeah, that's massively too early. They've just panicked there and released. They're going to go so slow.
Oh, God.
That's too early with 3... It's a 1 minute 30 out lap. We've got 3 minutes 20 to go. And yeah, look, it is slow. Look, they're all stopping at the exit of the pit lane. The Red Bulls have just got on with it. Everybody else is stopped in the fast lane of the pit lane.
Oh God, the Red Bull's got to be on pole, isn't it?
I like what Adam's put, the Italian train at Monza. It really is. Who's going to do the Italian job, though?
Move your thingy. I was going to say something else, rude, but I won't.
This is ridiculous. Look at this. They're stopped in the fast lane. One more with Charles Leclerc. Not moving. Get going.
23 miles per hour for Leclerc. Now 21, 18 miles per hour for Sainz.
There's Alexandra.
Russell and Hamilton have not even got out yet.
Lovely name, Alexandra.
I think Russell and Hamilton are waiting, but I wouldn't wait for that long, my friend.
I keep forgetting that Zara's middle name is Alexandra.
It is.
Russell's going out.
Here's your previous pole winners. Look at this.
So is Hamilton. Everyone now out on track.
But the Red Bulls are going to get caught by Hamilton, the Mercedes, so they're going to catch them up. Look, they're going so slow.
Yeah.
They've all gone out in 2 by 2, bar Hulkenberg and Albon have just gone on with it.
That's one advantage of Albon and Hulkenberg not having a teammate. They can just go out when they want.
This is it then. The final lap. They've all managed to coast around. It's not going to be a double lap here. We're going to end qualifying about a minute early as they come through. Verstappen into the Rettifilio. Nicely done. Now the first sector from Norris was a 24. Sorry, that was a 26.4. Verstappen is 25, 26. Oh, he's 8 thousandths off.
That's sick, isn't it?
It's a 26.392, so he's faster. Megan needs 50.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Megan,
53.
Megan needs $53 billion to buy Honda.
Oh, someone's had a bit of an off.
Yeah, who's ahead there of Verstappen? It's Hamilton. Perez too. So they have. So Perez has caught them, and Hamilton's going to block Verstappen right in the middle of the Ascari chicane. Verstappen is twitching everywhere. Yeah, Verstappen is not going to be on pole position here, I don't think.
Hamilton's moved out the way.
Perez in there too. Perez is backed off. He's given the run to Max. Max will give Perez the toe on the next lap, but it might not be good enough. It's one or done for Max Verstappen, and it's not going to be enough. He's only 7th fastest. He only out-qualifies Perez. Red Bull have the worst car.
Oh my goodness.
Carlos Sainz might be on pole position. He's got the fastest first sector of anybody. Lando Norris is improving in his own time, and Perez pits. Red Bull have their worst qualifying of the year, 7th and 8th on the grid. Albon 9th, 122.99. Out comes the checkered flag.
Purple.
Look at that, yeah. Purple, 2nd sector. Is Lando Norris about to take his 2nd pole in a row? Yes! It's a 119.224. Sainz still to be done. Is it a McLaren 1-2? Across the line for Piastri. 2nd. Yeah, no improvement on time there. Carlos Sainz. Only third. 119.4. Charles Leclerc goes 3rd. Ferraris lock out the 2nd row. But look at Mercedes. They're still improving.
It's in order again.
It's 2 by 2 again. Russell and Hamilton, they've been trading sectors. They might still spoil the 2nd row. McLaren have the front lockout. We know that. But who's going to have the advantage further back? George Russell across the line. And he takes 3rd. Can Hamilton get to the 2nd row?
He better.
6th. He doesn't improve. Mercedes engines are 1, 2, 3. Ferrari 4, 5. Hamilton 6th. Verstappen, his worst qualifying of the year in 7th, without a grid penalty applied. Perez 8th. Albon ahead of Hulkenberg, but a 2nd pole in a row and a 4th career pole for Lando Norris.
The Red Bulls don't have the top speed that they used to.
Woohoo! They only need 40 billion in pounds sterling.
Megan needs $40 billion in pounds. What the hell is happening in Formula 1 right now? Question to you all. One word. Is Lando going to catch Max for this championship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he will, after that.
Adam got it right. Adam gets pick a pole right with Lando Norris.
I picked a pole as well.
He was the first one to take the flag too.
Unbelievable. Max!
Crazy!
Max 7th! What is happening? Lando Norris, you are entering your new era, my friends.
Lap, I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, mate. I'm sorry. Your lap was good enough for pole. Cool. Means your setup was amazing. Well done, boys. Lovely one too. Congrats.
Did he generally
So
not
he's
know?
not happy with his lap, and he still got pole.
I mean, wow. I am at... Well, we've got the Lando hat in the comms box still from last week. It's been sat on the desk. Is this a new era dawning?
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to leave now.
Bye, Bethan.
I expect the race to be very exciting, hopefully.
See you later. Megan now takes off her headset. Always takes off her headset like she's pulling off a balaclava instead of just, I don't know, taking off some headphones. So, not bad. And we'll get ready to close over. In fact, we're going to give ourselves a bit of a break because we're all tired up here. So we're going to hand over to Sky F1 now and get their thoughts on the session and get our team's thoughts after this. Here we go.
Half a second off the back of Hamilton in 6th.
Yeah.
Hamilton 6th, they're 7th and 8th. And in fact, only 2/10 ahead of Alex Albon in the Williams, who's had a stellar qualifying session, hasn't he?
And he did out-qualify Nico Hülkenberg for that particular battle. Alex Albon started 9th here in 2020, but he's always been in the top 10 whenever he's been into qualifying here. Verstappen has started from pole only once in the last 9 races, and I know he did win qualifying in Spa and had to take that engine penalty, but that's not championship form at all.
No, and worse than that, it looked such a handful, didn't it? I mean, when we picked him up with a heli shot through the Ascari chicane towards the end of the lap, I mean, it was all over the place. What on earth's going on with that car? It's gone from being on rails to looking really quite difficult to drive.
It certainly has. And without the top speed to promise, you know, a chance of overtaking tomorrow as well. This was Perez. We saw the dust, and it came from this corner, the second Lesmo corner, and that's the handful you're talking about, Martin.
Yeah, a little bit of understeer is wandered wide, and that will have chewed underneath the car a little bit. And then, of course, that sends Max Verstappen, who's already gone wide himself in the first Lesmo, that sends him some dust to drive into, which doesn't help him either. Oh dear, that wasn't Red Bull's day.
But it was McLaren's day. Davide Valsecchi has the microphone in his hand and a McLaren driver in front of him.
Say ciao to everyone, to Oscar Piastri, second today, front row for tomorrow. How was your lap, man? You were there, eh?
Yeah, the first lap in Q2 in Q3 was quite good. Just the second one, not quite enough, which I feel like I've said a few too many times this year. So no, still a good performance and a really good team effort. You know, I think the field's been incredibly tight this weekend. So I think I said on the radio, you know, there was no guarantee of a front row lockout for us. So yeah, an amazing effort to be able to pull that off.
Yeah, fantastic morning for you and for your team. What do you expect about tomorrow race? Because it seems that you are in a perfect moment with your car.
Yeah, I mean, starting a bit further up the front than last week is definitely a positive for myself. It's obviously a long run down to turn 1, so starting second here is not always the worst thing, but yeah, let's see what the tyres do tomorrow. It's been a little bit different to what we're used to in Monza, so yeah, it could be a pretty exciting race, and with such a tight field at the front, I think it will be very exciting.
Well done, congratulations. Front row for tomorrow, Oscar Piastri. And now we have George Russell.
Good to see you.
George Russell, third position, just at the end. How was your lap and how was your car to drive?
Yeah, it was great. Ending up P3 a little bit better than I expected because it was a really tough session, Q1 and Q2, and fortunately we saved it until the end, not too far behind the McLarens. They're so fast at the moment, and we're working so hard to catch them up. But I'm super happy with third.
And tell me about tomorrow, because you had some amazing race this season. What do you expect and what do you think about Monza?
I think it's going to be a tight battle. Everybody's so close out there. So exciting for F1. You know, we've all been waiting for this competition and knowing if you do a great job, you got a chance of victory. So, you know, I'm pretty pumped for tomorrow. Get some nice pizza tonight to fuel me up, and a bit of extra weight, so not too light tomorrow. And hopefully we can fight for a good result.
Looking forward for it.
Grazie mille.
Well done, congratulations. Third position for George Russell with Mercedes.
What an absolutely fantastic time we're having here. There's
Lando! Very well done. Pullman, 5th of his career. Lando Norris, Pullman in Monza. Talk me through your lap, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, another pole, which is amazing. So, like Oscar said, to have two cars, first and second, when the field has been as tight as it has all weekend, is a little bit of a surprise, but a nice one. So, big well done to the team. Done an amazing job. Honestly, my lap was, it hurts me to say, it was not a great lap. My Q3 run 1 was, but run 2 was a little bit more, and we're still good enough for pole. So a little bit surprised again, but very, very happy.
Congratulations for it. Seems that you are building up a fantastic moment for yourself. You're racing so well. You are always competitive. Your car is helping you. What do you expect for tomorrow's race?
Yeah, the same. Really, the same would be lovely, but like we've seen all weekend, it's so close. There's a lot of very quick drivers behind and quick cars, so I'm not expecting a very easy race tomorrow. And like George said, a lot of unknown things going into the race with the degradation, the tires, the tarmac, you know. So plenty of question marks and plenty of excitement, I'm sure.
And then Prima Variante, first chicane here in Monza scared me so much, but I'm not Lando Norris. But what do you think about that?
I mean, it's always a little daunting, you know, on a quali lap especially. You don't know how much to push. But it's a fun one. The whole circuit's amazing, and I'm looking forward to it tomorrow.
Congratulations. Well done. Lando Norris, Pullman with McLaren.
Let's confirm how they finished then here for qualifying. It's Lando Norris on pole position. Oscar Piastri is second. George Russell is third. Fourth for Charles Leclerc. Fifth, Carlos Sainz. Lewis Hamilton sixth. Max Verstappen seventh. Perez eighth. Albon ninth. Hulkenberg having the top 10. Then it's Alonso, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Gasly, Ocon, Tsunoda, Stroll, Colapinto, Bottas, and Zhou at the back of the grid once again. Closing thoughts then from the team. Jess, down to you in the pits. Make of qualifying and going into the race tomorrow, because then you're not going to be with us. Oh, you're going to be in the background.
Oh my goodness, Lando Norris is on form once again. Got a pole. He's got to nail that start. He has to. Can he translate to the race win tomorrow? It's going to be kind of repeated maybe 2021, but we'll have to wait and see. We obviously don't know what the Ferraris and Mercedes are going to do. Literally 3.5 teams are in a chance of winning, but I don't think Red Bull are going to be in a chance, unfortunately. Those cars looking slow. But, you know, it's good. Monza always delivers, so it should be fun.
JT?
Yeah, as Jess said, we are honestly going to have to wait and see. We know what Lando Norris most of the time happens at turn 1. He drops down a couple of positions, but then we saw, like, last week, he fought back and he got it by 20 plus seconds. Will we see that around Monza, 20 plus seconds? I don't think so because of the nature of this circuit. But with the top speed that the Mercedes engine and the McLaren team has, I honestly will not be surprised if we see something special tomorrow with the McLaren team.
It's going to be something really special as well. Thanks, JT. Thanks, Jess. Pleasure to have you both here this weekend. Jess will be back with us for the support series tomorrow, and JT will be back for IndyCar later on. So, what a qualifying. We were expecting either Red Bull or the Tifosi cars of Ferrari to take over. It did not happen. It is McLaren with a 1-2 here in Ferrari land. That's going to go down well, isn't it? What's going to happen? Orange rules again in the sea of red. We'll see you tomorrow for the Italian Grand Prix. Bye-bye.